You see, like, I'm kind of trying to get it out there that I'm not a big fan, and it's the reason why I've created this, not to shut anyone down. Everyone operates accordingly, you know, in terms of what they want to do. But audition rounds, and single one-rounded prelims to get into a top bracket.
Yeah.
We had to talk about this in the car.
Yeah.
Station. I'm not a big fan because it's kind of like, if events are frequent and they're every week, like that format's cool because you know, and if it's affordable, it's sustainable.
Yes, agreed.
You can go.
But for like judging a dancer in a mature way that's holistic sucks.
It's hard.
It just incentivizes dancers to be fucking neurotic and feel shit.
Right.
Yeah, and also for them to like take more risks and not like focus on things like basics because you need to blow up that one time or else there's no event for 4 months. And you only got a little 30-second window. And if you don't do well in that 30-second window, your next 4 months you're gonna feel like shit until you have your next shot at getting that validation from the judge or from the event or from the community. Right. And it just really promotes neuroticism. I've thought about this a lot, actually, about like the dancer mentality. Like think about any sport, okay? Like I played volleyball. What sports do you play?
I used to muck around with basketball.
Okay, when you play a basketball match, it's like best of 1 or best of 3. You play multiple matches over like a 10-week tournament, right? So you have 10 times to play each week, and also each competitive match is like from 1 to 3 hours, right? Because you have multiple sets. So in terms of total game time on the competitive field, you have 30 hours of things you can really review those are 30 hours of time that matters. Right? Whereas in dancing, if you win an event, which means you maximize the time of dancing, 30-second prelim, 45-second round, top 16, 45, 45, top 8. If it's a battle of a long time, it's 45, 45 for top 4, and then 45, 45 for finals. Right? How many 45s? So 30 plus 1 minute and a half, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, and then 5 minutes. So that's one battle which you win. You maximize your entire battle. And you trained like for years to this, you have 5 minutes of dance time if you win.
5 minutes over what span of...
Over like months of training. Also the event time's like at least 4 to 8 hours, right? Whereas in a basketball, you could be shit at basketball. You could just start basketball and you get to play 30 hours of basketball. Now, if you suck at dancing, you get your 30 seconds once every 2 or 3 months because you never pass prelim. And every time that you train really hard for, when you get that 30 seconds, you gotta shit the bed. You have no experience in dancing in that window, right? That 30-second climate and environment is so different to how you train and jams and drilling that you're just gonna fucking shit the bed in that 30 seconds. And then next 30 seconds, you're gonna shit until you have at least like 1 hour of total prelim dancing time. Then I feel like you can start passing prelim because you don't shit the bed then. And how many events is that? Well, like 1 hour of prelim dance time on an event, that's 60 events. You need to be at 60 events first before you can not shit the bed at prelims. Because that's 1 hour of dance time. That's just 1 hour of competitive dance time. Think about a sport, you get 30 hours over 10 weeks if you're shit at the sport. Yeah, so it's fucked. That's why dancers are so neurotic.
Right, and maybe this is why we see these dancers come and go so often.
Oh, it's so punishing, yeah.
Right.
And I feel like, yeah, this is something I talk to with my gamer friends and also my other friends who are into gaming, the lingo. I feel like I trained for I haven't trained for like 9 years, but I started dancing 9 years ago. But I say, I've danced 9 years now I can start playing the game. Because now I can pass prelim.
It's too long.
I can start playing the game 9 years into dancing now.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's fucking too long.
Yeah, and I'm like, if I quit now, I just got to the fun part where I can pass prelim and not worry about it. Even sometimes I don't pass prelim, but at least I have the security knowing that I can probably pass next time. For those dancers who don't have those 9 years, they just feel shit. It's rough. Yeah, but anyway, now we're going to talk. Now I think that's why events like Popping Nation that we have in Sydney are so important, because it gives you that sports format, which gives you actual game time in a competitive environment. And you get quoted dance time. It's not based on how good you are, which is how normal bracketed competitions are. Good people get more dance time. It's based on whether you made it in on the team. It's all equal. Everyone gets the same equal amount of time, and you get to farm out your actual battle time. Yeah, and that's so important. It's a whole different skill. You can talk about dancing all these sort of ways, but then once you do it in a battle environment, doing it in a battle environment is a whole different skill. Yeah, and I don't think people talk about that enough. Yeah, and it's so important. As a pro gamer, there are people who are fucking god tier players, and I've been teammates with them who are just absolute god. They're killing in casuals, they're killing in ranked, they're killing in scrims. They're top tier players, and we make it onto LAN. LAN is like a battle, like a real life battle, where you're playing on stage, and there's like 1,000 people watching, and there's like 20,000 to 80,000 people on Twitch watching, and these godly players just die because that time is the battle time. That's the battle time. They're gods in practice and ranked and everything, but then on the battle time, the pressure gets to them, and that's a whole skill. That's a whole different skill. It's not being on beat. It's not being artistic. It's not being creative. It's how you can execute all of these skills in the competition. And that's like something, I feel like if you want to grow a scene, you have to somehow distribute this precious resource of battle dancing time to the beginners or to the people that don't have an opportunity. Anyway, that's just my macro thoughts. If I ever become an organizer in 10 years time or 5 years time, that's what I'm going to think about.
You're going to become an organizer after this podcast. Because with your permission, and I might have to tell you on this recording, if I can tell you afterwards, is that you've just given me, like, what I could snip out of this, with your permission, of course.
Go for it.
How I'm going to sell my system. I have a system. I don't know if you've ever been part of it, right? I'm not actually going to sell my system.
Yeah.
But I'd love for my system to be a bit more implemented, and it just it emulates what cypher culture is. And mind you, like, extra thought, that's how I've changed my thought process of why dancing in the club was so important. Yeah, like in our session I talked about, it's to go there and have fun and let it loose. And unfortunately clubs don't really operate like that these days. You've got to dress a certain way, act a certain way. It's not for me even. It's like, I don't want to be part of this. It's vain. It's vain. I'm here to be myself, right? But that in the club, you get more dance time. Yeah. And why ciphers are important, So I made Burn Circuit because it says it in the name. So Circuit is Grand Prix. Circuit is Tour de France. You get to go from city to city. You get to, and then there's a ranking there. Yeah. And then Burn, like in the breaking aspect, not necessarily to throw phallic gestures at each other, even if you don't have one. It's more that you bring your heat and you have multiple times to do that. Yeah. So in the overarching, they get the battle time. Time. So think about this. It's like, especially as a DJ too, and this is why I'm pooling and consolidating all of my practices together. If you're a battle DJ, you have a song that's 8 minutes, and you got a 45-second round. You only use 45 seconds of that 11-minute song. Yeah, or like 1.5 because it's 2 people. Or 2 people. Yeah. But if it's an audition round, rough. 45 seconds. Even if it's 20 people all having a turn at the same time with 20 judges, then it's like next song. Clearly there's some lap over if the DJ wants to. It's a waste of resources. Yeah. It's like, alright, just give me the lean meat of that one. Throw the rest away. It's like, are you serious? There's some fat that people can chew on there. We have a hopelessness issue. I never think about music resource being wasted. I'm not a pure competitor, so I never think about that, but that's so valid. Right, imagine that, And then as a DJ, you want to have enough time to create a vibe, so that like you would take the approach of, I'm going to go like this, cruise up, cruise down, change here. That's just in one run, But what if you were talking about a 30 minute to 1 hour set soundscape? Wow. How would you, as the dancer, navigate through that 30-minute soundscape? God, I have no idea. Right? I'll have to experience it a bunch of times before I can get an opinion. Right. You can imagine yourself in it already, right? Right? Yeah. So it's almost this. It's almost like this is a true story. You're in Japan. You're in this massive dance stadium, and it's breaking, popping, and locking. Freestyle Session Japan is the event. The event starts at 7 a.m. It ends at midnight. Holy shit. So there's that many people to get through before the top 32. Right? That's bloody rough. And how much does it cost to enter that battle? Yon Sen, which is 4,000 yen. So 40 bucks? 40 bucks. Yeah. You can't leave the venue for whatever weird reason. This is back in 2005. Wow. You gotta do the audition round. You gotta you know, like
That
you
reminds
might
me,
not
yeah.
get your song, you know,
Yeah.
whatever, and then you lose, and you've traveled all the way.
Or you don't
from
pass
Australia.
prelim, that's
You
the
don't
worst
pass
part.
prelim, and you travel all the way from Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
That's the dance in neuroticism.
Right?
That's where you start feeling shit.
Nah.
Yeah.
But now imagine, and this is not to throw anyone under the bus with the events, it's just maybe they haven't realized and experienced these things
Mhm.
as I'm explaining to you. That's why I made the burn circuit. So one, the DJs get a chance to just really dish out good music. You
Mhm.
know, the dancers, it's up to them, which is an old cultural thing where the circle, the cipher in any style,
Yeah.
the jam, the opportunity to improv or showcase your routine is like a rite of passage because of the confidence needed to give you.
Yeah.
And then whatever culture happens in that, it's like, you're back up. Let this guy come in. Or
Yeah.
you have to fight your way into that circle. Yeah. 30-minute heats like that.
Wow. So that's like one dancer just dance for 30 minutes straight?
No, it's
Oh.
everybody there in multiple circles.
I see.
Freely able to move.
So it's like multiple cipher prelims.
pretty much.
That's how I'm imagining it. Okay.
Yeah. But then I think the issue with things here in Melbourne is the younger people feel intimidated by that, and that's why you kind of need.
That's like in city sessions, there's like a time cipher
Yeah,
prelim.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is the whole event. There is no top 16, no top 8. You
Wow.
You just walk away with how many points you got for the.
Wow, that's a whole different format. I need to experience that, or at least watch it to even think about it. Yeah, your explanation is good, painting a picture, but yeah, I really need to see that before I can think about it. Yeah.
I'll say this for the record, I've not been able to express this, but the only reason why, despite making killer profit, bro, I'm sitting on like good money from this event.
Mm.
Like, it was probably one of the best events that I'd ever run.
Burn circuit.
Burn circuit in March of last year.
Yeah.
But I kind of took it to heart, and it's an ego thing, you know.
Yep.
I kind of took it
It's good to
heart.
make money off events.
Right, exactly.
That's good business. It
It's
means
good.
you want to run it again.
It makes me.
Yeah.
I should be in that mindset as
Yes.
a good businessman. Right?
Yeah.
But I'm too like passionate about my love for Melbourne and where I want it to go. I can't exclude that. What am I?
Well,
You know?
if you make money, that incentivizes you to make the event again, and that means more events in Melbourne. That's a win-win-win-win-win.
So this is why I need to talk to you. But will they give you the figures? Yeah. 10% of that event
Yep.
were Melbourne competitors.
So 90% were interstate or international.
Interstate, international.
Holy shit.
And then 2% of that 10% were B-boys. So the
I see.
other 8% were all-star.
Yeah.
And then, because there was COVID too, yeah?
Yeah. So Burn Circle is an all-stars battle?
Hey,
Burn Circle is an all-stars battle.
burn circuit is to break up the energy, the exhaustion factor. 30 minutes breaking, then 30 minutes all-star for 3 heats. So
Oh, wow.
Six
And only
rounds.
2% breaking when the event is literally half breaking. Like in terms of the music.
No, the music is, so the DJs get an hour bracket to DJ.
Yep.
So they get half an hour, whatever the style is.
Yep.
So if it's breaking, they're just playing breaking music and their interpretation of it.
Yep.
And then all style is whatever their.
So literally half of the music is breaking up music.
Yeah.
And there's only 2% breakers. Well, wow, that sucks. Breaking is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro.
Those numbers
And then
suck.
because I don't want to be like that, the gronky old guy.
Yeah. Like you didn't come to my
Why you
event.
didn't come to
Yeah,
my
I made it for you. Yeah.
Exactly. I made it for
Yeah.
you. You know, the ego in me is butthurt.
Yeah.
But it's more so. Well, besides the COVID and not being able to run it, and the lockdowns. It's also like, well, if they're not gonna come, you know. So, what I was meant to say, right? I'm butthurt clearly for whatever reason.
I don't think that's butthurt. I
It
think
it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
really matter. It's more so. What am I trying to say here? I got confused for a second. The 10%, the all style. It's
Yep.
like the Melburnians that arrived, that came. Maybe they just didn't see the post. Maybe they.
yeah, like a marketing issue, PR issue.
My
Yeah.
marketing issue. Yeah, like I didn't push it long enough.
Yeah.
But the fact that I packed out the venue and more interstate dudes came, it's like I think I've got the reach.
I see.
So there's
Wow.
a weird. I don't know what that is. I've got no idea.
Disconnect.
There's
There's a business
disconnect.
problem there.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So I have to assess that and that's why I've decided not to do it, because I want it for Melbourne.
Yeah,
I want it for Melbourne.
I
But
see.
if Melbourne's not receiving it, then it's fine.
Oh, I see.
You know? So if it can be implemented as a prelim for any event that needs it,
Like maybe you won't do the event, but you want to at least, you know, tackle the problem of this, like the dance battle time and distributing it in a more like less polarizing way for like the top dancers.
yeah,
Yeah.
know, because clearly the top dancers will do well anyway.
Yeah.
But it's about giving these rookies and newcomers
The battle time.
That battle time.
Yo!